Yes. Go ahead, sister. Can you start over again?
Okay. Yeah, I had a dream on January 5th. I had a dream that I believe it was an angel that woke me up. He said, "It's time." So I got up, and but the scene changed. I ended up in a at a bus stop with a lot of other people. We were sitting there waiting, and then the man said, I believe it was an angel because I didn't really see him. I just heard the voice of a man. And what he said is, he said, "We're waiting on the Most High. We're waiting on his signal for you." So a few minutes later, I heard, we all heard, and we heard, it came from above. It said, "It's time." So we all got up, and we got on the bus. We loaded on the bus, but then the scene changed again. And when the scene changed, we ended up at an airport. So we all got out the bus, and but it was different. Why I say it was different, because we was at the airport, but it was a big gigantic bird, a regular bird.
Okay.
He was when we got out, first thing he said was, we seen his lips move, and he said, "Welcome," and and get aboard, because we already seen that he was going to be our pilot. But let me describe him a little bit. um it's, to me, it was hard to explain, to describe him. He had lines in his face, I guess, like I guess you could say it was like a technical thing, but I'm not sure. I just know he had squares in his face, a whole bunch of lines. It was like electrical lines in his face. But
Okay.
then, it looked like he had squares in his face, and we could see his eyes moving, and his mouth moving. So he said, "Welcome aboard." We got in. We all went aboard, and like I said, it was a bird, but it was like a regular plane. We just got in there, and it was a regular plane, and we're boarding, and as we got in and we took off, and his wings flew like a bird, and he flew in the air, and as we flew up a little, a little higher, there was a guy. I just called the guy. He looked like an actor that I've seen. I can't even just. I don't even. I try to look for the guy, the face that I seen, a black guy. He was black, and he panicked. And he was saying, let me off the plane, let me off. I don't want to leave Earth. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the Earth. Let me off. Let me off. So the pilot, who was the bird, he was saying, "You want to get off?" So what he did is he said, "Yes, let me off now." So he said, "Okay." So he landed by a cloud, the bird. And what he did is he opened the door, and the guy just slided out. And and I don't even know how to describe it, but he just slided out, and then he just shut the door, right? So we took off. The bird took off, and but we could see the guy. He was falling. You could see him in space. He was falling. All this black. We could see him, and he was falling. And the bird, which is the pilot, he said, "Anybody else want to go?" Oh, we was like, "Oh no, we're good. We okay. We're good." Right? But then it changed. The scene changed again, and I ended back on Earth. And I was like, "What am I doing here?" So I start praying, and I start asking the Father. You know, I was letting him know that I don't want to be here. I don't like it here on Earth. I don't like what's here. I don't care for it. Please, Father, please. I was begging, please. Put me back on the plane, put me back on the plane. So as I was praying and saying these things, there was a friend, she's an Israelite too. She's an Israelite friend. I met her as I woke up. We out here, we meet up sometime. And she came back, but she was pissed off. She was so mad. She was like, "What the hell am I doing here? Why am I here? What is going on?" My name is Lydia. And she was like, "What is going on? How come I'm here?" But for some reason, I had remembered there was something in my pocket, and it was like some kind of juice. I don't know. It was like in a little small container, a little juice. And I told her, I said, "Okay." I said, "Let's take this." Okay. And she's over here fussing. "I don't know why I'm here. I just don't know why." I said, let's just take this. So I took some and then I shared it with her. So we held hands and we closed our eyes, and we were just, she calmed down, and she closed her eyes. And I guess you could say we were praying. I'm not sure what that was. I just know we closed our eyes. And then when we opened our eyes, the bus came back, and we took off running to the bus, and then we woke up.
All praises to the Most High. All praises. Wow, the powerful dreams, and there's a lot in there that I see, and there's much more that I can't see. For instance, you said you take in the beginning of the dream. You said you took a bus, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you took the bus. You go to this airport, and as you can see, a lot of us we are having dreams that we going to the airport. We having dreams, airplane flying, airplane crashing, and all that. Then again, we know it's an airport. A bus station is a place of departure and a place of arrival. So it's a place that
Yes.
where people come and people go. Of course, Jacob's ladder, the tree of life, the Kabbalah, all of that is the angels going up and down in heaven. That's what it is. That's why the brother
Hmm.
Woody Thomas had the dream that he was taken up there to the ladder. So this is quote unquote the place that we saw. So when you were in this bus, and this bus brought you to this airport, to this place of departure. So this bus did not take you from the airport to your house, but to your house, or to your place, to the airport. Therefore, you are going somewhere. You are going to a destination. So in the bus,
Yes.
there were many people with you and stuff like that. Now,
Yeah.
instead of you getting in an airplane, you getting into a bird. Now you see a giant bird. Now the
Yes.
bird said, "Welcome." But in the beginning, the angel that you saw, so to speak, they said, "We come to get you. We are going."
Yeah, he
And
said it's time.
it's
He
time.
just
It's
said
time.
it's time.
It's time.
And I
Okay.
knew what it meant.
Okay, it's time. So now, of course, you do know, a lot of people are listening, do know this isn't no joke. There's no time left. It is time. Then again, the brother that have the dream with the hand came out of the sky, and then he saw 2 o'clock, and then he saw what he drew it. He sent it to us. He said it is. He received the same message that you did. He had his
Mm.
dream. Yeah, he had his dream in December the 12th, I believe, or the 20th, and then he said the 20th or the 23rd. So he had the same thing. He saw the clock. He saw when he asked, he heard the voice. It's time, something to that effect. But now, when you go to the airport, instead of seeing an airplane, you see a bird. Of course,
Yeah.
the first name for airplane was literally mean, and it was in French, which is avion. Avion or avion is an abbreviation for A stand for appareil, V stand for volant, I stand for imitateur, and O stand for oiseau, and N stand for natural. So literally mean A mean a device, an apparel, V mean vola mean flying, and I mean imitator, which mean imitator, mik to imitate, and O mean wazo, O mean bird, and N mean natural, which is natural. So the name of an airplane, a true name of an airplane, is is a device that is, it's a flying device that imitate a natural bird. That's the name
Mm-hmm.
of an airplane. So back then in the 19, before we go into this, in the early
Yeah.
1800, when they discover our technologies and they were trying to imitate them. Forgive me, sister, it's going to take me some time to get this, but I have to get that out so the people would understand
It's
where.
okay.
Yeah, so now in the late 1800s, early 1900, 1910s, the Wright brothers and all these lies they've been telling. All the Wright brothers, were I wouldn't even call them scientists. They were guys that can look at things and then imitate and then try to duplicate it and then call it theirs. So those
Right.
guys were trying to, when they saw the real airplane, the real flying device that we have, they look like birds. They were imitating birds, because everything that we do in nature, imitating nature. Everything that we
Yes.
do in real life, even a car imitating a horse, or a donkey has
Mhm.
four wheels. Even we even call the how many horsepower your car has, like a 350 horsepower. This is a very powerful car. Even the cars, they imitating horses. So therefore, airplane is a device that is that a flying device that imitate the natural bird. Now,
Yeah.
when you go to the airport, you saw this bird, aka this bird is the transportation into wherever that you are going to, the destination. And two, in the book of Psalm, in Psalm 91, and I believe the fourth verse. Let me see if I can get it while we are here. The book of Psalm 91, 4 verse, and then he said that the Heavenly Father, let me see, I already got some here. Let's check Psalm 91. I believe it's the fourth verse. Yes, and he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. So now, and Psalm 91, it referred to the Messiah as a bird, as a giant bird. That's why a lot of our
Oh.
people,
Oh.
we are receiving plume. Okay, we are receiving feathers, aka plume. That's
Yeah.
a form of protection. There's Psalm 91, verse 4. Okay, so
Hmm.
again, let's read it for the people. He shall cover thee with his feathers, okay, under his wings, all right, shall thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. So therefore, that giant bird that you saw is a representation of the Most High, because
Mm.
the only thing that we know as human, of course, there are many animals that has feathers that can fly. We just don't know them. They are on the other part that the Most High put them that where the Gentiles cannot go. Okay, so now the only animals that we know that has feathers and plume that can fly is a bird, whether it's an eagle,
Yes.
whether it's anything, but we know it's a bird. That's why when you go over there, you see this giant bird, but you're like, this is weird. We should get an airplane. But the real name for an airplane is actually a flying device that imitates a natural bird. So that's why you see the bird. Now, when you look at
Mm.
when you look in the face of this bird, you see lines. You see electrical lines and squares. Of course,
Yeah. Yeah.
of course, you should see this because this is the ley lines. Okay, that's why they
Oh.
call it the airplane, the airlines. Okay, American Airlines. They took the lay, they
Okay.
put the air instead of saying American ley lines, because they know the airplanes are flying because they have quote unquote granted access to the ley line. Okay,
Mm.
Southwest Airline was supposed to be Southwest Ley Line. Okay,
Oh.
United Airline was supposed to be United Ley Line. They took the lay, so you won't know that the ley line is the what actually allowed them to fly, because those things can't really fly at all. It's the access that they have, because in the early 1900 you can see a footage of those guys trying to take off. They could not, because the Mossad did not give them access to the ley line. Now,
Yeah.
with the whole thing, you see square and that bird face. Of course, the
Yeah.
square is 12 by 12 by 12 time. A square is 12 on four side. Okay, up is 12, down is 12, left is 12, right is right. Okay, 12, left, right, all of it. The four side of a square is 12. Now, if you time 12 by 12, you get 12 by 12, you got 144, which is the
Oh.
144 thousands. So that is why this bird came only to gather the again, when we say the 144,000, beloved brothers and sisters, we are not meaning the specific numbers of 144,000. It means the
Uh-huh.
chosen, the elect of the Most High, the one that he's going to take. Okay, it doesn't mean
Yeah.
that that's a specific number and that's it. Because the Most High said,
Yeah.
"Do not number my children, especially the Levites." You cannot go to the Levi and then count 12,000. It doesn't work like that. It's forbidden to do this. The Most High said, "Do not count the Levi." Okay, you can. It's not a specific number. But anyway, when you see the square and the ley line and this bird face, literally mean the Most High is taking and gathering through the ley line, or beaming up through the ley line, the elects, the chosen one. That is why it's taking them. But however, when you get in this airplane, there was this fellow over there that didn't want to go because
Yeah.
he is Lot's wife. You seeing this in multiple of our dreams. There are certain people. They're all about this truth. They're all about, oh man, I want to go. I want to go. Once they get there and then they look back, oh, he's an actor. So now he's gonna the thing that they do to actors, beloved sister, they make them into little gods. They are like God. The actors,
Yeah.
they are worshipped, they are glorified. So now this guy, he see himself like he's gonna lose the glory, he's gonna lose all the money, all the women and the booze and everything. He's like, yo, I don't
Mm.
want to leave. I don't want to leave. A lot of our people are like that. A lot of
Yeah.
our people that they have good jobs. They are in the truth. They have beautiful, good jobs and everything, and they don't want to leave. They don't want to leave.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot of the two-thirds also, they really don't want to leave. A lot of people, Gentiles, of course, they really don't want these things to get back, well, to get back to the old ways. They want it to get back to normal, which is not. So
Yeah.
now the bird said, okay, well, is that what you want? You really want to get off? He said, yeah, let me off, let me off. And then the bird get him off. And then
Yes.
the bird landed somewhere. Then that you saw, you were
A
on.
cloud. He landed on the
He
cloud.
landed on the cloud. So therefore, when he landed again, the word cloud. When you see smoke, cloud,
Mm.
a fog, a bird, those are the presence of the Most High, of course. So
Oh.
now the bird
Yeah.
landed on the cloud, which is the presence of the Most High, which is the kingdom, of course. And then you guys get up. The reason why you saw yourself back on earth is because you were in a new earth, not the same earth. You were in a new
Oh.
earth. So you got confused. That's why the Most High says he's going to renew the earth. He's going to make the earth new again. You are in a new earth. And the bus that came back, he didn't came back to pick you up. And the last bus that came back, when you pray with the sister, you got the juice and all that. And then the bus that came back, he came back getting you from the point of arrival, and then it's going to bring you, I don't know, to your new home or to that hotel or whatever. It's not going to take you back to the airport again so you can get in the plane because you already reached your destination. It's just
Oh.
you were confused, and then the bus
Both
that
of us.
take you, it's not the same bus. It's another bus in this place, in this country, because you left a country, you fly to another one, you landed on the cloud, then a bus came in, pick you up, and this bus going to bring you wherever your hotel is at in this cloud. That's what that is. So I will say, be at peace. It's a good dream. And then a lot of our people they really don't want to go. A lot of two-thirds and Gentiles out there, especially the Gentiles, they really don't want to go. They like, am I going to leave all those things back? They're going to look back. Okay, they're gonna do Lot's wife. They're gonna look back. So again, that's what I'm seeing here. And the dreams are manifold. Okay, the dreams, it could be it could be private for you. Then the nation get the what they eat the meat, they spit out the bone. Please, brethren, do not say everything that I say is the truth and stuff. But pray about it. Okay, pray. Ask the Most High, is it the
Yeah.
truth? Are we going to go to Jacob's trouble again, or are we going to be taken out? Ask, man. Don't take my word for it. So that's all I got.
Yeah.
Okay, beloved.
Yeah. And the juice was purple. I forgot to tell you
Yeah.
that's the color of
Again, the color purple.
that it
Okay.
took,
All
which I
right.
thought was odd to take juice in order to, to close our eyes, and this bus shows up
Yes.
with the
Yes.
both of us. We ran. We thought we was gonna miss it. We ran.
Yes. Yes, the purple again, the color of royalty, the color of the kingdom. The juice like symbolize the royalty, and then the for your eyes to open and see the actual kingdom. That's why you drink it, and then you see the
Oh,
bus appear. So all those things, And then again, a lot of people are having dreams. You're gonna remember certain parts, and then certain parts you will not remember. Then they will come back onto your memory. But I'll say, be at peace, sister. And I'm receiving crap, people saying, okay, well, that's not what that means. The vial is going to black our chakra. Are you out of your freaking mind? Do you really believe at the end right now the so-called Gentiles have any power to black us? Those people barely can keep up with us in a boxing ring. They barely can keep up with Mike Tyson. They barely can beat. They can even beat Usain Bolt in a 100 meter or whatever they are doing. They can even beat LeBron James. They can even beat our people in their own sport. They barely can beat you in karate or anything. Their songs, everything we do is better than them. And all of a sudden now, at the end, when they lost everything, they're going to black us. They're going to do something to prevent us to inherit the kingdom. They're going to raise some 5G and prevent the power to get in us. Are you out of your freaking mind? That's why we don't
yeah.
mess with conspiracy theories. There's
I
nothing
yeah.
that can
Mhm.
counteract the Most High power. He's all knowing, all powerful. Nothing can stop this. Nothing can block this. Nothing can just like slow this down. It's going full throttle, full speed. It's going to happen. There's no way you can escape, stop, or literally do retarded it. There's nothing you can do against the power of the Most High. Anybody that think you can stand in the power of the great, in the face of this great power, and pull up your sword and then boldly standing there and then say, I'm gonna fight you and something. No, 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 no. All those guys are running. Why do you
Mm,
think they have all those bunkers digging around? You know?
yeah.
You mean to
Yeah.
tell me at the last minute, sister, at the last minute, when this bird came in to take our people, and then the destruction is coming, and then Bill Gates gonna say, "Oh, quick, quick, quick! Let's get into this Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos. Let's get in this racket and then shoot ourselves to Mars." You didn't think that they would not leave 10 years ago? You,
Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
you didn't think that they would have already left and then be there and then act like they say like, hey, Earth gonna be destroyed in 2022 or 2023, 2024. They left. They are waiting exactly on 2024 or 2022, 2023. I don't know when. And then when the destruction happened, and then you see those guys running to the airport, they are leaving. You think that's what that is? Nah, man. Those scumbag ain't gonna go
No,
nowhere, and they ain't got no
no.
power to stop the heavenly one. Thank you, beloved sister.
Yes,
All praises to the Most High. All right,
yes,
be at peace.
yes.
Shalom.
Thank you.
All right. All praises to the Most High. Fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever. There will be no Jacob's trouble.